Hey, welcome to LHC Prepared. The content in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. I'm not sponsored by, nor am I paid by any company who manufactures or sells any products that I might discuss or mention in this video. Thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone is doing great. My name is Ryan, and let's get into it. Welcome back to LHC Prepared, and welcome to the next video in the Unconventional Mindset series. In this video, we're going to discuss violence of action. And there are countless videos online and here on YouTube that cover the subject of violence of action, but it's still something that I want to cover, so I'll try to keep it short and sweet. But before we get into it, some wise words from a wise man. The only acceptable response to the threat of lethal violence is immediate and savage counterattack. If you resist, you just may get killed. If you don't resist, you almost certainly will get killed. It's a tough choice, but there is only one right answer. Lieutenant Colonel Jeff Cooper, United States Marine Corps. So what exactly is violence of action? Violence of action. The decisive, unrestricted use of speed, strength, surprise, and aggression to achieve quick and total dominance against your enemy. We've all heard people say that violence is never the answer. I disagree. Sometimes not only is it the right answer, it's the only answer. When avoidance is not an option, and there's no time or opportunity for escape or de-escalation, responding with violence is your only choice. When you are left with no choice but to respond with violence, as Jeff Cooper stated, you need to immediately decide to end that situation as violently and as quickly as possible. I mean, you need to be savage. You need to be relentless. You need to show no mercy. Because trust me when I say these criminals out here, they have no such mercy for you or your family. And they chose to victimize you. You had no say in this. I mean, you didn't volunteer when you were thrown headfirst into a potentially life-threatening situation, did you? No, I don't think you did. So respond accordingly.
Yo, homie. That my briefcase?
Your briefcase? Yeah, it is. Why, you want it back?
How about your wallet? What else you got for me? Huh?
I simply could not resist playing that clip. One of my favorite movie scenes of all time. Perfect execution of that technique and a fantastic example of quick, decisive, and savage violence of action. I mean, a threat presented itself. It was unavoidable, and Tom Cruise's character, Vincent, handled business. When the time comes, and hopefully it never will, but if it does, use violence of action and aggression to save your life or the life of a loved one. Be decisive and then act on that decision explosively. Move quickly and rapidly. You have to commit and go all in. Give it everything you've got. Give it 1,000% of your effort. Leave absolutely nothing in reserve. In other words, hold nothing back. And once you've decided to act, do not stop until that threat stops. Quitting is not an option here. Again, do not stop until that threat is no longer a threat, or until you can at least gain some distance and possibly escape the situation altogether. Distance buys you time, and time buys you options. And as a defender, you want those options, and violence of action can give it to you. I made a statement in this video about how distance buys you time and time buys you options. Well, I can't take credit for that. That was actually something that I heard over on John Correa's Active Self-Protection YouTube channel. Click the link in the description below. Go give him a sub and watch his videos. It's fantastic information over there. Be the most violent you can be. I mean, you have to rage. You have to unleash. Bring pain and destruction. You have to have the most powerful will and determination to survive this encounter. In your mind and in your actions, you need to believe that this is a kill or be killed type situation. And you have to believe that if you lose this fight, you may not live to tell the tale, or you may be scarred or crippled for life. I mean, it sounds harsh, but it's true. Them in a box or you in a box. And never forget, we're not the criminal. We didn't choose this situation. They did. When the situation arises, I mean, you need to flip that rage switch and just go. And as my buddy Clark at work says, the rage switch is on or off. There is no dim feature. When it's on, it's fully on. And I agree. When it comes to violence of action, there is no dim feature. There is no gray area. Fish or cut bait. When it comes to violence of action, there is no such thing as a fair fight. I mean, there's no such thing as an unfair advantage. And again, the criminal chose to put us in this situation. I mean, we're playing defense. We're not playing offense. Do whatever it takes. Break bones, headbutt eyebrows, gouge out eyes, rip off ears, punch throats, bite, throw dirt in their eyes, use a sharpened pencil like John Wick.
With a pencil.
Whatever it takes to survive. Because when it comes to your life or the life of your family, there's no such thing as an unfair fight or an unfair advantage, right? Self-preservation is hardwired. It's instinctual. Use it to your advantage. Because when it comes to combating violence, it has to be met with even greater violence. Because unfortunately, it seems that the only thing that these criminals out here understand is violence. So just a brief kind of recap before I head out. Violence of action. I mean, you have to decide, you have to commit, you have to act, and do not stop until that threat stops. You do not stop until that threat is no more. Move quick, move rapidly, be deliberate. And you have to refuse to be a victim. End the attack on your terms and end it as quickly as possible. Because the longer things go on, the greater the chance of you being harmed, maimed, or possibly killed. Hey, and if you guys want to check out a great book on this subject, check out Violence of Mind by Varg Freeborn, available on Amazon. I'm going to put a link in the description below. Well, there you have it. That's all I have for you today. Hopefully I kept it short and sweet. And I hope I had some new info regarding violence of action that hasn't already been covered in the myriad of videos online. And stay tuned for my next video. We're going to discuss the mindset that I feel is the most beneficial while you're training. The video will be called Training Mindset. I hope everyone is doing great. Stay prepared. Keep that unconventional mindset. Take care of your tribe. We'll see you next time.